Hey guys, my name is Deb Marnie and I'm from Aussie Maille. Welcome to our chain mail tutorial channel. Hey guys, big hi, hello, welcome, how are you today? I'm so pleased to see you. Thanks for popping in and spending some time with me. So today I've got another redo video. If you've been watching with us, you'll know that I started this collection of videos several years ago now on Facebook as a way of helping our customers learn some new weaves. The first video I did showed GSG and its variation Arkham. It was a very nervous session and the video quality was not good, and as a result we never transferred it across here to our YouTube channel. So I'm now going to redo the Arkham Weave for you. So let's get to it. Alrighty then guys, so I've got some sample pieces here of Arkham made up for you. I'll have the list of ring sizes I used coming up here on the side of the screen. It'll also be available down in the descriptions tab down below. But just quickly running through them for you. This one over here is the 14 gauge AWG version, 1.6mm diameter wire, and the ring ID for that one is 5/16 of an inch or 7.94mm. The next one is a 16 gauge AWG, 1.2mm diameter wire. The ring ID is 1/4 of an inch or 6.35mm. Now I couldn't for the life of me get any of the coloured rings that we sell to work for the 18 gauge version. So this is 18 gauge 1mm diameter wire. I tried 3/16 of an inch, which is the largest size that we sell in this gauge, and it was too tight. It didn't make it locked up after a few repetitions. So this one's actually 5mm ID. And then lastly, the 20 gauge version, 0.8mm diameter wire. The ring ID here is 5/32 of an inch or 3.97mm. So just a note about ideal ring sizes. The only one that I actually had a coloured ring for that met the ideal aspect ratio of 5.5 is the 1/4 of the inch rings in here. So both the 5/16 and the 5/32 are actually a little bit tighter than is recommended. But as you can see, they still create a flexible bracelet that can be used. But I definitely couldn't, as I said, I couldn't get a coloured version. The 3/16 just locked up. Couldn't do it at all for the 18 gauge, which is why that one's in silver. So ideally, although as far as the coloured rings are concerned, this is the only one that met the proper aspect ratio, or the ideal aspect ratio, I guess I should say. It is doable with a slightly tighter aspect ratio than what they consider ideal. So to start Arkham, what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 rings of one of our colours, pre-close them, sit them on top of each other like this so they form this shape here that is called an eye. And I just use a twist tie to hold those into place. So if you've got a twist tie or a piece of wire, something like that. If you don't, you can always sticky tape them into position. You just need to be able to get the rings to hold this position to start with. So as I said, they form this shape here called an eye. There's 2 main maneuvers in this weave. We go through the eye, which means we put the ring straight through this space here, or we go around the eye, which means we put the ring through one ring on this side, bring it around and bring it up through the ring on this side, so that when you close that ring, it encircles this eye shape in the middle. So they're the 2 maneuvers that you're going to need to make this weave. This weave is a variation of GSG. If you haven't made GSG before, you might want to check out our video up here that I'll link for you to have a look at. It's very much the same as that. So if you've done GSG before, this weave won't be a problem for you. Okay, so our next step is to take up one of our rings from our second colour, and we're going to put this first ring through the eye. So just straight through that space there. We're going to close this ring up, and we're going to flip this ring so that it sits on our right side. We're then going to take up another ring of our coloured rings, and this time we're going to go around the eye. So as I said, you take it through one ring on one side, bring it around and bring it up through the other ring on the other side. So the first step, we're going through both rings at the same time. The second step, we're going through one ring at a time. Okay, and we just let that fall, and you can see that that goes around that shape. It doesn't go through it. All right, so what we want to do now is we want to sort of push these rings so they're lying flat in our weave. Okay, so our bright aluminium, our silver rings, are sort of going to sit upwards, and our coloured ones are going to lay flat, to lay forward. So we push those forward so that we can again see that eye shape. Okay, you can see it in there, that's our eye, and that's where we want to place our next ring. So our next ring is going to be a silver ring, and we're going to put it straight through that eye, just like we did before. Only this time, when we lay that ring down, we're going to lay it to our left side. Okay, we're going to take up another bright aluminium ring, and this time we're going to go around the eye as well. So this time I'm going to just come up through the back of this one, round through the front. There's a little bit less room, and I find doing it that way is helpful. So we close that up, and as I said, these rings sort of sit up, so we push them up from the bottom so that they sit up and sort of look at us, and we can again see that eye in there in the silver rings. So next ring is a coloured ring. As before, we go straight through the eye. Okay, close it up, and because it's a coloured ring, we're going to let that one fall to the right side of our piece. We're going to take up another coloured ring. We're going to go around the eye. Okay, just like that. Close it up, and we let that one fall. And the coloured rings lay flat, so we give them a little bit of a push forward so that they stick out the back of the weave, and we can see that eye again. Again, a silver ring through the eye, close our ring up, and this time it falls to our left side. Our second ring goes around the eye. Okay, making sure it stays on top of that silver ring. And we push that one so it sits up a little bit so we can see that eye again. And we just keep repeating those steps through the eye, and we let it fall to the right, around the eye, just like that. Nice, easy maneuver. And that's basically it, guys. So remember, the first ring always goes through the eye, and depending on what one you're up to, it'll fall either to the right or the left. In this case, it's falling to the left because it's our silver rings, and then the second ring goes around that eye, which I just put up through that ring there, and then bring it back around and go through that one over there. Okay, and then this, we push these rings up so we can see the eye, and we take up our next ring, which is a coloured one, through the eye first. This time we let it fall to the left, oh sorry, to the right, my apologies, and then we take up another ring, and this one goes around the eye. And you just keep doing that until you've reached the length that you require. So that's it, guys. Arkham. Alrighty guys, that's it. That is the video today. I hope you found it useful and you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up here on YouTube, share the video on social media. If you're not a subscriber, perhaps consider doing that for us. Check out some of our other video content that we've got here. There's plenty for you to look through. And last but not least, guys, don't forget to give the shop link up here in the corner a little bit of love and attention. That's where we sell all the bits and bobs and thingamajigs you're going to need to make up this weave and many of the others that are here. Once again, guys, thanks for popping in. It was really good to see you. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. And then I'll catch up with you again sometime in the very near future. Bye.